Hi, random Wednesday stream. Uh, One thing I have accomplished already that I'm kind of happy about because it integrated so easily is I hooked my other webcam up. See, look, you can see my hand. Oh my god. Oh my god. My hand is inside the video synth. Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And if you notice, hey Chris, if you notice the view is not exactly the same. I've got it kind of curled around the tripod with my mirrorless camera on it, so it's at a bit of an angle. So you should still kind of make out some background stuff behind. It's barely visible, I gotta say. Like it's hardly visible at all. Um, but the cool thing is like the video synth stuff actually reacts, to the camera a little bit, which is pretty awesome. Um, so that's cool. I was gonna do just some weird percussion stuff today, and the other thing I wanted to kind of do was I got some new patch cables that I need to kind of integrate and squish them all together and show off a little bit because they are the nice ones that I really really like. They're these real slim line patch cables with like silicone insulation. Um, and honestly, I'm not 100% sure why I like them so well. I think it's just, I don't know, they're just tasty. Okay? Let's just leave it at that. Now, the funky thing, and these, of course, are, these are Amazon, at least where I got them. They're branded Heine Kroon. Now, I'm pretty sure that's the same dude that makes the face covers for like the Behringer Neutron and stuff. I've got one. Makes my Neutron look really cool. But they're this kind of a connector. They're real small, very like efficient. Here, this might help if we actually did correct camera things. Yeah, see, so they're real slim line. Labyrinth action. I'm glad you reminded me actually because I was gonna do that today, but and I was also gonna take it home with me tonight. Um, so yeah, that's not a bad idea. I like the way you think. In the meantime, let me get all my ultra slippery new cables. They're very slippery. These are the good ones, though. These are the ones that I really like. I mean, I'm tempted to be like, email the dude and be like, dude, can you just set me up like a whole set of like 150 patch cables or something? Cut a guy a break. So nice, happy, long, various types. Got a little orange in there, a little purple. Okay. Got a little dark blue. Okay. Cool. And then I have another package. I got 2 packs of the long ones and 1 pack of the shorties. And, yeah. And it makes me happy. And every time I find them, I grab some. They're not always available. In the meantime, we depatch also. So we're doing all of that poop all at the same time here. Yeah, these guys. Ultra slim. Like, compare these to, like, my kind of my standard ones in terms of just chonkiness. Like, they are, radically, they're like half the size of a medium-sized connector. And then I've got some of these mamma jammas that are like, chokum, they're like massive, right? Like, very, it's very plain to see they are superior in every way. No, I mean, they're just cables. They're not any particular big deal, but I do really like them. And I think simply having 2 or 3 of each color more is a good thing. Because that means I don't have to break my color coordination patching. which is nice. So you get that going for you, which is nice. Let's get this junk out of here. Purples, 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 purples. Purples, purples, purples. That purple's cool. You're cool, purple. Thanks. Greens. So many greens. So many greens. These are really, really long greens. So these guys go away, and then we'll grab the labyrinthine thing. I did think about like doing just some weird drummy percussion-y stuff, like kind of like with Platts before. I'm kind of enamored of that, to be honest. Like that worked really well, and it makes me kind of want to get like I don't know. What's the big the noise engineering oscillator that everybody goos over, not the Desmodus Versio. I don't even know what it's called offhand because my brain is dead and I have no brain in my head and I lack lots of street cred. Be nice to get a little bit of... I didn't say anything. That was your brain, not mine. Get your mind out of the gutter. Dirty, dirty bastards. Blue, purple, 2 reds, 2 more reds. Oof. Yuck. Oof. Blarf. Crunch, bonk, thud, bonk. Thud, crunch, pop, poof. Depatched. Okay. Whew. That was a close one. I don't know why, but it was. Alright, Reds, you go here. You guys need to move over a slot because you're taking up a lot of room. And, like, come on, bro. Labyrinth. We need this. Yeah. Can I just say, boo, boo, wall warts, boo. You know what is a worthy investment for any of your synths that use a wall wart is you get an inline power supply. You know, a little box that has like an IEC cord on one side or even like the 2-pronger things, and you just replace this. Not only that, but like look how short this thing is. It's like 4 feet long. Fuck you. Like to hell with you and your super short power cords. Come here, Labyrinth. Come here. All right. See, the only problem is I don't have any room to put this thing. It's super dumb. Not that it's super dumb. It's just the fact that I moved all my setup to have more room, and now I have less room for some stuff. That's super dumb. That's just the way that the pastry crumbles, I guess. We could move this whole bloody thing back. Even an inch or so might make a difference. There. Then there. Okay. Now we're good. All right, now let's do a thing. Let's do this thing. Hey. You are supposed to be tilting. It's not tilting. It's still not tilting. Bro. Why are you not tilting? Because you loosened the wrong screw on the tripod. Oh, there it goes. Okay, let me zoom you in. Just a little chunk. There. And you can sort of vaguely, at least kind of, hopefully, make out what I'm doing on the labyrinthine device. Yes, this is a very labyrinthine device. We could easily do that with this guy, too. Just be like... But then you're going to see my head.
Welcome to my live stream where you look at the back of my head. And I don't play any music. You just look at the back of my head.
Okay, anyways. Okay. That's peachy. That's fine. Let's plug this into a mixer and do a thing. Okay, hang on 1 second. Okay. I'm gacking and dying. There we go. There we go. All right, yeah. It was a little toasty in here. Strangely enough, because it's like 45 degrees outside. Not that I'm complaining. We're not supposed to get snow until like another week from now, so that's nice. And, you know, climate change bad. Illinois weather this time of year, not horrible. Okay. Labyrinth. Let's plug you in, buddy. Let's do that. So, VCA out. Katoink. Volume is up. Okay, buddy, chill. You need a clock. Now, the problem is that the clock is not really useful for this because you kind of need two of them, right? There are two clock inputs. Now, that does give us a lot of flexibility. I mean, I have enough clock inputs or outputs here. That's fine. It's not a major thing. Here, let's do this. Let's go. There, now clock is off to the side, and people can sort of see. I'm going to throw a kick on here. Just so we know kind of tempo-wise, gives us a little bit of a... Yeah, well, here's the nice thing. work today as a teacher. We had an early release day, so the kids were done at 1 o'clock. Oh no, what have I done? I've done something. I've done something terrible. And then the rest of the time was ours to do work, and so I finished up everything that I needed to do, all of my grades and stuff, and I'm like, studio. So, okay, let's do this thing here. This is the Labyrinth. I'm gonna shut the lights off real quick. They're a little bit in the way, you know? I'll try to keep my mic out of the way too. Like, here, check out the Labyrinth. Yeah, it's a bad idea. Okay. Let's stop you. Let's turn up the modular lights a little bit so I can see what the hell is going on. Dude, I need to park a pair of reading glasses here at the studio. Plain and simple. Getting old. It's gonna have to happen one of these days. Okay. Francisco, how come you have an icon and then it disappears? It's like there's two of you. And it spooks me out, man. Let's reset this guy back to like stock. So mod VCO level, sequence 1 amount 0, sequence 2 amount 0. All of these guys are going to be turned down. The mod, and then the envelope generator amount affecting pitch. I don't really use that all that much. Sequence 1 amount, sequence 2 amount, same thing. Center these guys, VCF cutoff, fold, we can go down. Okay. So, trigger mix, filter mode, blend, blah, 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 blah. And then we'll crank the volume up all the way. And then the wave folder bias needs to be kind of centered. And then the mix thing, that's not a big deal. We can just leave it right there. So, decay time, we'll leave it up a little bit so I can actually hear something. All right. Now, as far as this goes, right, you just kind of like, let's hold reset for a second. And, oh man, I forgot all of my second functions here. I think, what is it, reset and length, like, resets all of our steps. So right now, nothing is going to happen, right? Let's change the length here to 8 for each of these. Just to kind of give us something to goof with a little bit. All right, so the thing is, let's see here. Where is filter mode is a thing. That's fine. Trigger is doing nothing. All right, so VCO level. So this is your tuning stuff here. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is just tune these guys to a C real quick. And then I think the easiest way to do that, honestly, is just to throw a C into there. And then turn the level down, turn the level up in number 2. Okay, that's pretty good. It's gonna have to do. All right. So now, like, okay, now here's the thing, right? So there's a couple major controls here. Like you've got corrupt, all right, that's a biggie. Sequence 1 CV range. If we turn that up, if right now it's down all the way, which means all you get are C's, right? Sequence amount on each of these also needs to be up. And now it's still not doing anything. Weird. Okay, why? Oh, because it's not VCO1. Alright, now real quick, I'm going to fire up the Moog Labyrinth cheat sheet thing, which has the scales and stuff like that. And let's save that in our manuals directory like a good little boy. I thought I had a directory for it. I guess I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah. We don't want to drive people crazy. Now, here's the thing, right? If we have 2 oscillators going, both of them, okay, so this is kind of the issue, right? They start to FM each other, right? So this is oscillator 2. Enabled the filter, or we can do parallel. Okay, where are my scales? Quantizer? Yeah, I'm not sure what the quantizer is set to yet. That's the problem. It's been a while since I've used this thing. And, frankly, I need to scroll down. Far. 46. Where's my scale chart, yo? Global settings. Oh. Don't need the patch bay. I need. Come on, seriously? Where's scales? Where are scales? Damn it. Parallel voices. Okay, great. I still want just like scales. Give me scales. Where are they? They're pus bucket. Okay. Out labyrinth. Parallel voices. Button combos? That sounds right. Sequencer button combos. Somewhere in the 30s. This is not exciting. This is not exciting TV. Okay. Sequencer button combos. Lengthen, reset, bit shift, blah, 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 blah. CV quantize minus CV quantize plus. Increments current quantization mode by 1? What? Sequencer quantization modes. Okay. So yeah, it's bit shift plus length is the thing. And that is bit flip and bit shift to change things. So if we go bit flip plus length, we're on let's see. Okay, or bit shift and length. We've got all these different modes. Okay. So what we really kind of want is something simple, like a pentatonic. Okay, so like 1-4, basically. So we got to go all the way up here to find that guy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely still blinking lights. There will always be blinking lights. Always. It's my solemn promise to you. Okay, let's just do one VCO. And then we'll chain the sequence. Now, here's the weird part. Here's what I don't get. Right now. Dude, I have it at home. Hey, Breathalyzer, what's going on? Here's the C, right? And it's not quantizing it to... it's not quantizing it at all, it seems like. And so that's a thing I don't get. You know... Do I have a keyboard device? No, I do not. Hey, Laundry. I do not. I can, but I don't. And that's, I think, a little bit of a choice. It's also a little bit of a space consideration. The thing is, if you know your scales, and you have equipment that can work with things like scales and chords and things like that, you don't really need... you know, for example, if you're in a C minor to a D flat major, what key would that be? There's your question. Like D flat Lydian. Okay, you can do a C minor to a D flat major in D flat Lydian. Okay. So like you put your whole song in D flat Lydian, and then you tell the thing to play a C minor, and then you play it to play a D flat major, right? So like that's how I do it. I do it with the vector, right? The vector you can do all kinds of stuff. You have preset changes that you can use. You have subsequences that you can use. But I do it with part 2 out of the 8. Part 2, this little jumper goes to external 1. So pitch 2 is going to external 1, and that is controlling the transposition of all of my other parts. Right? There are other ways to do that. You know, you can do that in a few different ways. I've done it with the Melodicer before, which was really cool. Hey, Nick. So there's a lot of options, almost too many, to be honest. So I clearly hear an A B flat, and a D. Laundry. Nothing wrong with a microchord. So yeah, this is the thing that I don't get. Here is what I don't like, or I don't get, or something is weird about the Labyrinth. It feels to me like when you change the scale on this thing, that it's not accurate. It's not correct. Okay? These oscillators are both tuned to a C. I have it set on pentatonic, so it should be C, D, E, like C, D, E, G, A. That's it. Here's this thing playing B flats and all kinds of random crap, right? So it doesn't make sense. I played a C sharp. So I don't think it's actually doing what it says it's doing. And that really makes me want to rage quit and break stuff, you know? So this should be harmonic minor. This is not harmonic minor. It's not. It's just not. Okay? So what the heck, man? Is there some way to... There's a way to shut it off, but that's the same way that you change the scales. It's the same thing. So, what the heck, man? So that's my C, and again, both of my oscillators are tuned to a C. This is all you have. So as soon as I turn this thing up, it's just all over the place. It's playing like weird funky microtones and all sorts of random crap. My bad. I did something stupid. I didn't have the sequence amount turned up all the way. That's dumb. That was just me. Hey, Jazz. So let's put it back on pentatonic and see what we can get. There's pentatonic. Yeah, and I'm not an idiot as much. Hooray, I learned. by the way, I hooked up my extra webcam to the video synth. So, like, check it out. Like, now you can actually see movement. Well, theoretically, you can see, like, things in the... And I'm like, no, I can't see anything in there now. I don't know what's happening. It was working before. So, okay. So, this is the thing. What I was doing, there's a knob next to each oscillator that's like sequence 1 amount and sequence 2 amount. That has to be turned up all the way for the quantizer to be effective. Okay? And I didn't have that. Okay. Now, the other thing I have is just the chain. I've got these both. So I can change my length here to make it a little bit, like, longer. Let's make it, like, 5. And then turn up corrupt on both of these. Now, if we turn corrupt up just a tiny bit, you start to get some drifting, which is really cool. I'll tell you one thing that would make this better. It's to take the output and put it through a Moog-style ladder filter. Know what I mean? Why, look, it's the E490. It's my favorite new filter. There, now we got no sound at all. That's better. Oh, we don't want the distortion on. Hi? Hello? Oh, that's the volt per octave. Duh! Oh my god. Yeah, I want to sculpt this a little bit more than that, though. So if we took, let's say, oh, can we? I don't even know if we can. Where's my light? I need my flashlight. Flashlight! Now I lay me down to sleep. Okay, sorry. Sometimes the funk is just in you. Sequence trigger, sequence 2 CV, sequence 6, envelope generator 1. That's what I was looking for. So it's got envelope generators in it, right? We can take one of those and just huck it into the filter. Now the thing is, that's my C. To me, this sounds like a D. Boom, boom, boom. That demands a small dose of funk. So, like, fun to jam with. That's for sure. Now, what happens? What happens if we take, let's say, clock output 7 and we put it in a weird, daft place? Like times 3 instead of times 4. Some seriously weird. So one is going at 1.5. Now we also have envelope generator too. I think the most sensitive thing on here is the wave folder, to be honest. Now, see, I listen to this and I hear, like, I hear an A, you know? That's interesting. You know, like that's kind of cool. And this thing is all like it's like playing triplets and quadruplets at the same time. So like eighth note triplets and 16th notes at the same time, basically. And it's just turning into weirdness, which is really, really cool. You know what I played for my students the other day, and I was like playing along with it a little bit. Was "I Want You Back" by the Jackson 5, and man, that has an awesome bass line. Let me see. Let me think if I can remember it here. Oh man. That's it. Okay. Yeah, it's super cool, man. And like yes. And like the more the song goes as the song goes on, you can hear him putting like more motion in it and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm just sadly enough, my twisted brain goes, is Joe Jackson back there with like a belt going, better play that damn thing straight, man. You better play that line straight. And then like he leaves to go do something and who is it? Was it Jermaine that was the bass player? He's just like, I'm gonna go off. Oh, my twisted brain. Curse my twisted brain. What else can we do with stuff? We can do all kinds of stuff. Like, okay, so along with this, let's build like a mini patch just based around this. Looking at the patch bay, you also got outputs for sequence 1, okay? Or sorry, envelope generator 1, envelope generator 2, trigger, blah, blah, blah. You have sequence 1 CV, sequence 2 CV outs. You have a clock out, sequence 2 trigger, and sequence 1 trigger. Okay? So, ooh, baby, give me one more chance. Show you that I love you. 1, 2, please let me back in your heart. Yep. So we can take these trigger outs and do something with them. What that is, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, we can do weird stuff with them. Like, you could, for example, take a clock out. Let's take a clock out and throw it into the bloom, right? And then just like, boom. And now it's just running at it like a straight 16th note clock. And then we have the bloom, and we can do weird stuff with that. Like, let's take the output and bring it into, oh, I don't know, the VCO tuning. Hang on a minute here. Let's reset both of these channels. Yeah. Reset. Just reset. Just do it. There. Okay. You didn't reset. You didn't reset. That's what it is. We have to hit the shift button. Okay, so now... Oh, really? That's cool, Nick. Yeah, I don't know if James Jamerson played on that. I would not be surprised. There's an animated bassline version of Ain't No Mountain High Enough that's like friggin' great. It's got those little like boom, boom, boom every time he plays a note. It's super, super cool. So now we don't even need the corrupt to be up. We can just use corrupt here and like turn up the branches and mutations and let it just go off. Yeah, I was wondering who was the bass player? Was it Jermaine or was it Tito or I forget. I just don't remember. Or if I ever knew it in the first place. I don't know. Yeah, so the bloom is doing weird stuff right now, right? Tighten up those envelopes a little bit. Yeah, that's a good question. Did James Jamerson play it for the studio? Dude, that would not surprise me. So, you know, allegedly, like Michael Jackson played the congas on that song too, and I've heard that from a couple of sources, but I don't know if anybody who was there really said that. So, who knows what was really happening? Okay, I'm gonna make a. Ooh, here's a weird idea. I was gonna use the Sig, but I was like, could we use the labyrinth to control my plats and make a weird percussion thing? I'd say all signs point to yes, but you never know. What would be good for the model output? Maybe just like one of the sequences. Probably the second one because it's a little bit slower. All right, so let's change our patch color. We'll go green for this stuff. Flashlight. Flashlight. Okay, so sequence 1 CV out. That guy. This is going to go into the model control of my plats. Let's move plats over here and use a cable that is green because we're going green. Even though, you know, it's not easy being green. You know, it's really not. Okay. Now we've got other stuff, obviously. We have like sequence 2. We also need some sort of a trigger. So I guess the sequence 1 trigger out would be like the actual trigger for stuff. And then we could take the, let's see, sequence 2 CV for the note info. So like volt per octave. Hi, are you plugged in? Yeah, and you're moving, and you're rolling, and you're turned up, which means I should be hearing something, but I am not. Why for you no hear nothing? Why for you bury me in the cold, cold ground? If anybody gets that reference, I'll be astounded. Okay, now this is sequence 1 trigger out is going into the actual trigger. Right? So we should be hearing. There it is. There's something. Huh? How about sequence 2 trigger? Is that doing anything? Yeah. That doesn't sound like sequence 2 trigger. Oh no. I dropped my flashlight, oh no. Oh, that's right, it's printed above it. So I've got everything plugged into the wrong place, probably. Frickin' Moog. Yup. Now you're talking. I like where this is headed already. Now the cool thing is, because this is all stochastic, like we can turn up corrupt on either of these. frog type beat. Just for you. And then we can do stuff like take the sequence, the other sequence part, throw it into like morph maybe? Dude, it's running through effects. Okay. I got your Nintendo music right here. No, this is dope. Come on. So my range, my note range is set really, really low right now. Come on, what is it? That might be working a little bit better. Right now, the labyrinth is driving everything, except for my basic drums. That's this little dot sequencer right here. You can vaguely kind of make out, but not really at all. At least we should be in 1080p, so it should be a little bit easier. So I'm going to turn corrupt up on both of the sequences here. Oh God, what are you doing? I guess it wants some echo. stage. How dare you? So the other thing is this, right? There is a new there's a new pizza module firmware called, I think, what, Crust, I think it is, which is a multi-drum percussion module thing. I'm like, man, I kind of want to update that thing and put the Crust firmware on it and like use it as a drum module and huck it down here in the bottom row. And that might mean ditching the moon phase, which is fine because that filter and I don't really get along well. Yeah, that would be a fun thing to do, to be completely honest. That'd be really interesting. In the meantime though, I'm gonna do a SIG voice for pizza, I think. So we're gonna take longer cables. That's what we're gonna take. That's the first thing we're gonna take. First thing they do is take your longer cables. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, so we're gonna go volt per octave on that guy, right? And then let's just go ahead and wire up the output also. Alright, so right now, we should be getting basically nothing. Now, if I put like, let's put C as our base, of course. CFG. Why do we get nothing? Oh, because there's no trigger going into the envelope, because, you know, smart. Be smart. I am so smart. Okay, where is... I know I have another long blue cable in here somewhere. Or maybe I don't, and it's purple. Could be. We're gonna have to mix. So let's go trigger into the sync in. What? Why is it playing 30-second notes? It never plays 30-second notes. It's got to be ratcheting somehow, some way. It's not. What? Oh, you know what it is? It's the tregs. The tregs are double triggering notes. Oh, hey, Jason. That's why the triggers in the SIG are not very short. let's do a thing. Let's try something. Let's try something here. And I'm curious if this even works, because it'll be good to know for future reference. I have a gate to trigger converter in this funky, weird, awesome little module from Blue Lantern. It's a noise generator, wave folder, and gate to trigger converter. Boom, done. Fixed. I kind of liked it the other way. Let's try something real quick. I'm going to try an experiment. The experiment is, if we change the clock, does the speed of that pseudo ratcheting change with it? Yep. Oh, as it gets slower? It's not. Looks like from about 80 on up, it's actually fairly correct. So what's causing this is the decay time. The SIG, Stochastic Inspiration Generator, does not put out triggers. It puts out what they call tregs, so like a trigger envelope generator. But, okay, so let's say you've got like a voltage that's just immediately ramping down like really, really quickly. That's still enough time for the pizza to go, oh, it's still open. So it's like double triggering a note instead of doing it single time. So if we convert it to an actual trigger, then we end up with the correct like rhythms and stuff. Okay, but and we get to looping in a second here. Okay, I'm going to dupe this whole thing into track 2. And then for track 2, I'm going to take the CV out. And we're going to go into, I think, the FM index. Yeah. And then you change the octave. So it's a huge range. And then we can loop it. Okay, because we can also wave shape too. And we can take another output and put it into the wave shaper. So if I duped this one and I went into track C, we stuck it in the wave shaper. Put it on like fold or ring modulator. Hit folder. So it's like a hi-hat track, but not. And this guy, we'll stick that into the Aurora. On like a really, really short setting too. We'll go like, real like, not that, not that. Slightly delayed. Yeah, it's slightly, ever so slightly delayed. Here's the question then. Can I shift the clock that's going to the SIG? No, because it's coming from a mult. Well, that's an easy enough thing to fix. Can I shift the clock a little bit forwards so that it doesn't lag? Let's see. Clock output number 3 times 4, I guess. Yeah. And then, oh, that little shorty guy isn't long enough. Damn. Never long enough. Table. There. Now you're doing your thing. Okay, now, this is the question, though. Can I do stuff in here? Shape, no. Width, no. Level, offset. Yeah. Okay, so if we turn on our kick. We hit 25% offset, and it's like it just quits. I don't know why it quits. SIG is not happy with that. Phase. There it is. Yeah, if we shift phase on that clock, then it works. Hey, Simon, thanks. So that's the Platt's voice, by the way. And then this is the Labyrinth. Let's take output 2 and bring it into the wave folder amount. You came in at a bad time. I'm about to hit the road, actually. Fun. Labyrinth. Nice. It did a neat little job, like, interfacing with all of this stuff. It was really driving two different voices. Like, honestly, that's the funny thing. Like, just hit start. So you got this guy, this weird Platts voice. No, don't hit the roads. The roads is nice. The roads makes us happy. No hitting the roads. No, it's more of a timing thing. So yeah, today was going to be a short stream anyways, and it's already been an hour and 20. So okay, you know, I'm gonna have to hit the road. Some other time. Yes. Yes. I didn't notice. I didn't notice camera stuff going when this was doing its thing, which is really unfortunate. Is it like, is it that? Oh, it is there. Whoa, check it out. Okay, so that's not my mirrorless camera. My mirrorless camera is this view. This is the webcam that I have hooked up to the Recursion Studio. And it's making triptastic visuals. And that pleases me. What about this guy? Does this do? I don't know if every single setting is going to integrate the video, but that looks like it because there's that big chunk of like darkness in the corner of the screen. Yeah. You can see it. You can see it in the background. That's super awesome sauce. We should be able to use like a macro, maybe turn the brightness down. Is that a thing? Not on that particular preset, alas. Find a really dark one. There. Now there should just be. It's a Logitech Brio 4K webcam, so I don't know if I can, but yeah, that would be super cool. You are absolutely. I wonder if you can get a little stick-on fisheye lens and just totally like, you know, rig it basically to make it work. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of potential weirdness that you can do. But the fact that it works, just